Joined here with George, and this is his book Zagros that he made recently. You want to tell us about the book here?
Yeah, it's about the rescue that happened in April. Um, there was a plane that went down. They rescued the first pilot, but the second was stuck in Iran,
Yeah.
for 2 days. And I really didn't think anything of it at the time when it was happening. Then I was watching the news like everybody else, listening to the Pentagon news briefs and all that stuff. And then by the time they rescued him, I realized, you know, this is like a story, you know, an actual story,
Yep.
something like Black Hawk Down kind of story, So I went back. I listened over the all the Pentagon briefings in detail, made notes. I went to uh, the social media, listened to what people have said about it and all that, and I was able to get something um, and down on paper in terms of a timeline. But I had to confirm that timeline with the official statements, and that was difficult because the Pentagon briefing, it was multiple briefings. So I had to start, reviewing the stuff, writing notes, and then going back and updating the notes and stuff like that. And then finally, when I finally finished, it it actually read like a movie. So I said, okay, I'm going to make a book on this. I started making the book right after they rescued the guy, a couple of days after they rescued him, because that's when I had my notes complete, or I thought I did. It took me a week to get the whole book produced. Yes, I was using AI, but the way I was using the AI, I wanted to make sure that it was stable, everything was consistent. It wasn't like a one-off prompt, like a meme. So everything had to be. I had to do a lot of work to make sure that every render was consistent, and it looked like it could be part of the overall book. And the book got published, but like a day after, I think it was a day or two after the publishing of the book, I was watching a Joe Rogan uh, clip where they said, "Oh yeah, yeah, the CIA was doing this. They were using this new technology that is able to hear heartbeats, for miles away." I'm going like, "Ah, oh, son of a bitch!" So what I had to do was actually I had to go back in and update the book with the new information, and that new information was inserted into the book at the right place, because Joe Rogan said this technology, blah blah blah, but when did they actually utilize that technology? And then I went back in, listened to a brand new briefings from the Pentagon. Yeah, yeah, we have this technology, all that stuff. Yeah, we used it at this point in time to track the guy down. And it's like, okay, go back into the book, insert a new narration into the book, make a few tweaks to the artwork, and then republish it. Everything in that book is as accurate as possible, pulling the information from Pentagon briefings. And it's damn exciting. I mean, people who read this book, I don't know what you think of it, but everyone who actually bought a book and read it, let me know that yeah, this was like a really good read. It's
Yeah, it
short.
was. It was a good read.
It
Yeah.
was short, but
Yeah.
it was exciting, and the fact that the renders were consistent. meaning that they actually it doesn't look like you're being pulled out of the book. Oh, look, that guy's got 3 fingers and the other guy's got six toes and all that stuff. No, no, like every render in the book. I had to Photoshop a lot of that stuff too. Of course, it wasn't like it was a one-off. The render came out of the AI and I just used it as is. No, I had to Photoshop it. I had to make adjustments, lighting adjustments for dramatic effects, painting out a little bit here and there uh, for the narration to stand out better. Superimposing multiple renders into one render because there was some good stuff in one render and some really good stuff in another render, but I overlaid them. What do you call it? Used opacity and painting to combine and make a brand new composition. There was work done. Absolutely, there was work done. Even the cover. The cover is like was it 16 or 20 different layers of multiple illustrations pulled together. So it was exciting to do. It was an exciting exercise. It was short, about 40 pages, but it was really exciting the way it got put together. And I hope everyone who buys the book enjoys it. It's as factual as I can make it, and I think the visuals um, support give you the sense that you're there, and that was the key thing. I didn't want to make it into a comic book, a bright comic book. I wanted to make it. If I want to make you feel like you were there, it was like you got a snapshot of that moment. But it wasn't like realistic. It was hyper realistic.
Yeah, it looks fine here. So we're gonna play this video and then we'll go to the bookstore. This is George's book Zagros here. I wanted to show you this because right next to it's the Immortal Mask, and that's like your standard comic book size. And Zagros, as you can see, it's a bigger book. Now, explain why that is. I got the bigger one, I guess.
Okay, Denali's book is a 7x10.
Okay.
At Critical Blast, we do multiple formats. Some people just like buying digest, a 5x7 book. Some people like buying the hardcover at 8.5x11 for their shelves, and some people just like to have a magazine-sized book, an A4.
Yep.
So we don't what's it called? We don't.
You got a selection and choice.
Yeah, we're giving the customer a wide range of choices.
Yeah,
we're not just going to lock in the customer and say, yeah, here's the book. It's 7x10. It's hardcover. You buy it or don't buy it, right?
Yeah.
It's like no. You're the me personally, and RJ too at Critical Blast. We were of the opinion that there's sometimes where I just love to buy a digest, because it's a small book. You can just put it in your pocket and read it, in your travels or just sitting back and stuff like that. It's just a pocketbook or a digest sized book. It just feels different. If the hardcover, absolutely. It's me personally, I would love it. I love just the hardcovers. It's just fun to hold.
Yeah.
And the oversized books, yeah, those are for just here's all the artwork in it. You look at a double page spread, or you look at a panel that's really big, and look it looks great in a big format.
Yep.
And you know what? Every format sells, and that's the beauty, right? Every format that we put out,
you have a choice. Like that's
Yeah.
the nice thing is it's like you're saying you're not just okay. We have just the standard size. If you don't like this, screw off. Oh no! Here we've got all these different
every
versions.
format sells.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about it.
All right, just so you have for reference here. Here's the book itself, so you can see it. Don't want to give away too much, but I'll just show a little of it here,
Look at it.
just so you
Pause.
got an
Pause.
idea.
Look at that. Right. It's like, yeah. It's like you're there.
Yeah.
That's the lighting. That's the lighting effect. That's the lighting event for that moment in time. That's how the place was illuminated. The light from the lights of the people of the Iranian army. Doing their search right in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because we the CIA tricked them and said they're over here, so they went over there, and then we went to where the guy was.
Yeah, they literally had like a whole team of planes and stuff like that doing searches and where they knew that the guy wasn't, just so the Iranian army would actually go and concentrate their searches away from the actual location. And that was spearheaded by the CIA. This, that was great. Okay, continue.
And there you go. Pretty good. Check it out. So
That was, that was quick.
as far as I'm concerned, I didn't have any issue with the storyline. It was I was just like a bit shocked about how big the book was, but then George explained to me that I got. We'll go to Critical Blast next, and we'll show you because there's different sizes of the book and everything. So I just got the big one, but I don't mind having the. Hey Eric, how you doing? I don't mind having the big one. It's quite nice. It's the thickness is really good. The art in there is everything. It was just top of the line. It was really nice. Did they steal an old F-14 too?
No, no, they didn't. But uh, the uh, the excitement. I mean, just the lead up to the end. I could have done more in the comic book. I could have embellished scenes, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to embellish any scenes. I every scene in there that I have is pulled from the Pentagon briefings. I could have easily did like authors discretion and did dramatic scenes and all that stuff, enhancing or expanding on certain moments. But it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right at all to do that.
That's fine. Just keep it real, I guess. If you remember that movie with the guy from Zoolander, I've said this to George before, because this happened before in the '90s in Bosnia or whatever, and there was that movie with the guy and the what was it? He was in the F-18 and he got shot down, and they were chasing him all over the place and everything. It's pretty similar to that, but I'd say this one seems more like realistically what happened because everything in the story is exactly like what he's saying, like on the news and everything, what you've heard. So it's pretty damn good, man. It's spot on. Now we're here at the Critical Blast store, and okay, here you go. You got three copies of it, like you're saying. The hardcover, the digest, and the A4.
Yeah.
Are these all well, I know the digest isn't the same size, but is the hardcover the same size as the A4?
No, no, the hardcover is slightly smaller.
Like that's like the standard size, whatever.
Yeah, 8.5 by 11.
Okay, so
You,
that's
you,
the one I should have gotten then. It's
yeah,
that one because I bought this one.
yeah, you bought the A4, which is bigger than 8.5 by 11.
All right. So Owen Wilson, yeah, he's on the F-18 and he crashed in Bosnia and all that. Yeah, but this one is more realistic. I mean, you see the F-15 flying and it's trying to evade the missile, and then they're up in the mountains. It's exactly like what you saw in the news, man. Except you're just getting more of the story with the firefight and all that stuff. You know, I didn't know that they shot down a C-130.
Well, no, the C-130 it wasn't shot down. It actually landed at the loading zone at their loading zone, right? They landed it ahead of time, so that way they have an exit strategy. But the problem is that it got stuck in the mud, and they had to bail by helicopter. So they had to blow it up so that way the enemy wouldn't have the technology or the plane itself.
Hmm.
Did you like the ending, the very last line, the punchline to the whole thing?
All right.
That kind of blew me away, man. The punchline.
All
Eh,
right, so for those of you who, sorry, George, for those of you who join us, because we're getting more people now, we're gonna play this once again so you can see. This is George's book, Zagros here.
Greetings.
I wanted to show you this because right next to it's the Immortal Mask, and that's like your standard comic book size. And Zagros, as you can see, is it's a bigger book. Because I ordered the bigger one accidentally, but I got the big one. Here's the book itself, so you can see it. Don't want to give away too much, but I'll just show a little of it here, just so you got an idea. And there you go. Pretty good. Check it out. So, do you guys have any questions before we go? I don't think there's much else to say here.
Well, what do you think of the story? I mean, did
I
you like?
thought I thought it was awesome. It was just like it's like I said. It was like where it was like the news come to life, and you're seeing the parts the news didn't show.
Yeah, what do you think of the punchline at the ending, the double page spread?
God damn it! Just put me on the spot. I gotta go back and look again and read the damn thing.
You
I
don't
read
have
the
to
whole
read
thing,
it.
but I don't remember what the end statement was. Just say it.
It was when Trump said, "We got him."
Oh yeah, Trump. Okay, now okay, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Trump
Well,
said that.
it's the endings. You know, it's not rocket science. Everyone knows what the ending is. It's just
Well,
the
I know, but I was just looking at the shit being blown up. I wasn't
yeah,
really paying attention to Trump and all that. I'm like, well, look at this. And this big ass firefight and these guys on the hill and everything. So
yeah. It reads just like a movie, man. You know, it's like the
yeah.
setup. Yeah, it actually reads more like like Predator, where the setup is they're going into the jungle. They
Oh,
find
you know
they
what it's
find
like is that
everything.
Benghazi movie where they're mowing those guys down at the end. That's what it really felt like.
Yeah,
Remember that movie Benghazi where they're mowing them? Yeah,
yeah, that's right. At a certain point, you go from the setup to like full on fight.
yeah,
There's no in between. It's like you're going from Act One to Act Three.
yeah, yeah. It's not dragged out like that movie with Owen Wilson. You're just seeing the F-15 is flying around, and these guys got lucky, and then they were lucky to eject, which is ejection in itself is a miracle if you make it out of ejection. But to get up in the hills like that and be able to hide and then have them come and get you, and I mean, it's really good. I don't have any real complaints with the book. That's all I can tell you. So if you want to check it out, I put the link in the chat there. It's at the Critical Blast store. And I want
Yeah,
to thank.
you can also find it on Amazon. Just type in Zagros and then George Peter Gatsis, and you'll
All right.
find it on Amazon as well.
All right.
If you're outside the United States, you can get it off of Amazon easily.
Okay. All right. I want to thank George for coming, and Eric Boyd and Alphonse and whoever else was there lurking. And this is Zagros. You want to check it out? Like I said, the link's in the chat. And thanks for